When your customer hears a squeak, a chirp, or some odd groaning coming out from under their hood, they may immediately contact you to have their serpentine belt replaced. If you do what they ask you to do, you may only be completing part of the job. The original equipment belts on late model vehicles are made of synthetic rubber that may last up to 100,000 miles or more before they have to be replaced. But that doesn't mean they'll last forever or won't age prematurely on some vehicles under certain conditions. The serpentine belt is part of a system and is not the only component susceptible to wear. Wear on a single component is rare, and more than likely a worn tensioner, idler, or pulley will cause or contribute to excessive belt wear, not just age. The system's rotating components all wear over time and need periodic inspection and replacement as well. In all honesty, things such as misalignment, loss of lubricant, and weak spring force can be hard to detect, but if you're just replacing the belt without looking at the other components, you could be sending a new belt to a premature death. In fact, many experts say that ignoring those other components could cause the drive system to fail within a few thousand miles. To help the inspection process, here are some steps technicians should follow. First, modern belts typically don't crack like older belts. Thanks to advanced materials, a belt with well over 100,000 miles might have grooves that look like new, but the grooves have worn to the point where they can no longer grip and turn the pulleys. Always measure the depth of the grooves of the belt. This can be performed with a gauge supplied by the belt manufacturer. These gauges measure the wear to the walls of the grooves caused by the friction between the pulleys and belt. When the grooves wear, the grooves of the pulleys can bottom out. This can cause the belt to slip and wear at an accelerated rate. Movement or flutter in the belt indicates the tensioner is probably weak or sticking and should be replaced. Many tensioners also have an indicator mark that shows its range of travel. If the mark is not within the normal limits, the tensioner may be failing or the belt is not the correct length for the application. It could also be a bad alternator decoupler pulley. With your hands, try to move the idler pulleys fore and aft to make sure the mounting is tight and the pulley exhibits minimal axial movement, which can cause misalignment. Excessive movement indicates a bearing or alignment problem. With the belt removed, the tensioner can be inspected more closely. Rotate the tensioner pulley by hand and feel for bearing roughness. A rough bearing indicates the potential for immediate failure and that the tensioner should be replaced. While rotating the pulley, look for and remove any accumulation of foreign material on the pulley surface. With a proper tool, move the tensioner arm as if you were installing a new belt. Move the arm through the full range of available travel. By feel, you can detect if there is roughness or sticking of the tensioner arm during this movement. Replace the tensioner if sticking is detected. Poor alignment is the number one cause of belt noise and can also cause premature wear, belt mistracking, or rib skipping, as well as belt edge wear and fraying. Sight down the wear of the belt to make sure the edge does not make any bends toward or away from the engine. Any deviation you can detect with your eye is too much. Always inspect the belt along the longest run and around an idler pulley that makes contact with the smooth side of the belt. The ribs of the belt are elongated in this position and any rib cracks are magnified. If rib cracks are detected, you should probably remove the belt for further inspection. Check the edges of the belt for wear and fraying. Wear on the edges can indicate a misalignment of the pulleys. Remember, it's not just a belt. Doing the complete job will make the belt last longer without having the customer come back to finish the job another time. Thanks for watching.